They believe government MPs are doing what they can in order to block the laws from being voted on. And as the death toll mounts, the pressure was on Washington and European capitals to push for a resolution. As a result, the French, German and Polish foreign ministers spent day and night negotiating with both parties. Clovis Casali has more.
After a day of intense negotiations, more talks were held during the night, and they were just as difficult according to European officials. The German, French and Polish foreign ministers spent several hours discussing ways to end the turmoil, both with embattled President Viktor Yanukovych and with the opposition. In the morning, the Ukrainian presidency announced a deal had been reached. But shortly after, the French foreign minister stressed the need to remain cautious until the agreement is actually signed by all parties.
The opposition wants to consult a certain number of supporters, which is understandable. The negotiations were conducted in an extremely difficult atmosphere because there were dozens of dead, and the country is on the verge of civil war.
On Thursday, the Polish Prime Minister spoke of concessions made by the presidency and hoped to see Yanukovych stick to his word.
Yanukovych expressed a willingness for early elections this year, parliamentary as well as presidential. There were also talks about creating a government of national unity within 10 days. It will be too optimistic to take Yanukovych's willingness to compromise seriously.
Europe has agreed new sanctions against Ukrainian officials responsible for the repression. And US Vice President Joe Biden phoned Yanukovych to warn him Washington was ready to do the same. Moscow described these moves by the West as bullying. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Angela Merkel spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin and to US President Barack Obama. All three called for an immediate end to the bloodshed.
Moving on,